There's been this debate of the two systems, which one is better. Small blood clots may move through the circulatory system. Like what? The diagram shows the elm tree. I don't know this tree. Only vector I remember, guys, is for mathematics. Because when you guys see the next question, did you ever learn CPR? If a gun was held up on my head and I was told to answer that question, I would have probably been shot even before uttering the first letter. Because what? Those are 9 marks. I will have failed all of them. I remember we were being taught of Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking onto this video. If you're new here, my name is Nicole Nazoe, but if you like it, you can call me Libreville. Please subscribe to this channel if you're not subscribed. This is where you're supposed to be, and that's on period. So please subscribe to be part of this cute, amazing little family of mine. Remember to like this video, share this channel with your loved ones and everyone around you. I will really appreciate it. So today we are doing something very different. I've never done this ever in my channel. If there's any background noise, please pardon. Yeah, I think I should try close the windows so that I can minimize the noise just a little bit. I'll be back. Meanwhile, like this video and remember to subscribe. So my cousin is the one who came up with this idea. I'm going to tag her channel somewhere. Be sure to go check her side of the video. So she did the American curriculum. Is that how they call them? And I'm from the 844 system, that is the British curriculum. And those are two very different school systems. Sorry, there's a message that was popping up. If you hear any noise, it's probably my WhatsApp. I've linked it on my laptop. Anyway, so she had this idea since the results were recently released, and this was a very nice idea. We exchanged papers and she did the biology paper, Form 4 biology paper 2, and I'm doing the IGCSE biology paper 2 as well. There's been this debate of the two systems, which one is better? Is it ours or is it the American system? And the purpose of this video is for us to go through this paper so that we see what is it that they learn at that particular grade and what is it that we learn at a particular grade and what is the difference. That is just all about this video. So I want to go through this paper with you guys. I don't know if I should screen record it because biology is all about diagrams and you guys can see diagrams from where I have placed you. So I think I'll screen record this. Can I remember how to screen record? Windows Alt. There we go. So the paper has 9 questions, but let's say, for example, some numbers have subsections. Like let's say it's number 2. There's 2A, and then there are A in Romans, like A Roman 1, A Roman 2, and then you go to like part B. Yeah, but I've started the screen record so you guys will be able to see it. They have I also have the marking scheme, and let's see how long this paper they do this paper for. I had seen it's 1 hour 45 minutes, and it's 9 questions. This is paper 2 biology, so this is their form 4. Yeah, Cambridge O-Level, Cambridge Assessment, International Education. This is for O-Level. It was the biology theory paper 2 of May-June 2021. 1 hour 45 minutes, and there are instructions over there. The total mark for this paper is 80. The number of marks for each question or part question is shown in brackets, just the same as ours. One thing that I've normally been hearing of this system is that their main exams have what is it called, choices, but for this one I can't see any choices, so they don't have choices. This document has 20 pages, blah blah blah. They have a lot of blank pages. So section A, answer all questions in this section, write your answers in the spaces provided. So the diagram shows the teeth in the lower jaw of a human. Name the type of tooth labeled X and describe one function of this type of tooth. I usually touch my teeth to relate with the diagram, so it looks sharp. Is it the incisor? It really looks sharp. Function of the tooth: tearing, biting. Let's see the answers. Oh, it's a canine. Ah, tearing, ripping. Oh, okay. So I had gotten the function correct, but I had said incisor. It's canine. Chewing, ripping, piercing. Okay. That one we actually studied in primary school. So at least it's a question that I can familiarize myself with. It's not as hard. Yeah. Just that it's been long, more than 5 years or maybe 5 years since I was out of school. But you don't find these questions in high school. I really don't think you do. No. These questions we used to get them mostly in primary school when we were learning functions of the teeth and everything about the teeth. So in high school, that was never in high school. Higher, this is part B. Food can be sweetened using honey or sugar. The graph shows how the pH of saliva in the mouth changes with time after eating food. We never studied this. After eating food sweetened with honey or sugar. What? I didn't even know the pH of the saliva changes when you eat sugary things. So the question part, there's the line that shows the honey and the sugar. So the question part: state the lowest pH of saliva in the mouth after eating food sweetened with honey. Part 2, Roman 2 rather. It takes more time for saliva to return to pH 7.0 after eating food sweetened with sugar than after eating food sweetened with honey. State how much more time it takes for the pH to return to 7.0. Guys, we never studied this in the 844 system. We don't even know that there's change in saliva pH. Or did you guys know? You know, maybe I was not in class that day, but I never came across this question anywhere in my examinations. State the lowest pH of saliva in the mouth after eating food sweetened with honey. So honey is the one with the straight line, and the lowest part is at 4 point something. Yeah, let's see the answers. It's 4.75. I don't have my glasses on, so I didn't want to count all these graphs. I literally can't see them clearly, but it's 4.75 definitely here. Well, the part 1 and part 2 are very relatable if you had studied well for these exams. Those are questions that you could have gotten right. And for the part 2 of the question is 15 minutes. So the saliva takes 15 minutes to get back to its... Wait, it takes more time for saliva to return to pH 7.0 after eating food sweetened with sugar than after. Okay, state how much more time it takes. Okay, so the pH, the saliva pH takes time to return to 7.0 after eating food sweetened with sugar than with honey. Okay, that's interesting. We never studied that, to be honest. So part C of the question, Roman 1, dental decay is likely to occur when so the first questions, it's like, it's about how do we call it, dental formula or things to do with the dental stuff. Dental decay is likely to occur with the pH of saliva when the pH of saliva falls below 5.5. Use information from the graph to explain whether sweetening food with honey or with sugar is more likely to lead to dental decay. So since we didn't do anything with pH and everything, I really honestly can't go through these questions. State 2 ways to prevent dental decay. Okay, that's relatable. There's brushing your teeth. There is 2 ways to prevent dental decay. Avoid sweet stuff, sugary things and all that. Yeah, so let's see the questions, what they have for us. For part 1, use information from the graph to explain whether sweetening food with honey or with sugar is more likely to lead to dental decay. The answer is lower pH, more acidic, or any pH between 3.5 and 4.74. So let's check the answers for Roman 1, which is use information from the graph to explain whether sweetening food with honey or with sugar is more likely to lead to dental decay. The answer for that is it takes longer time or any time between 25 and 35 minutes. Prevention of decay. How do you prevent decay? Brushing, cleaning, toothpaste, flossing or mouthwash, fluoride, avoid sugary stuff, use artificial sweetener. There's so many answers to that. Part 3, so you see they have a lot of parts. Questions are 9, but there is part A, B, C, all that. Almost under every letter there's a Roman. So Roman 3, a person with dental decay may also have gums that bleed. This makes it more likely that bacteria found in the mouth will enter the circulatory system. Bacteria in the circulatory system can cause the blood to clot. Small blood clots move through the circulatory system to the coronary arteries. Suggest and explain possible health problems that this may cause. Again, I can't familiarize with this question because we were taught, yes, about the tooth decay and types of tooth decay and the bleeding gums, but we weren't taught on how these things go to the arteries and how they affect the arteries. Small blood clots may move through the circulatory system. Like what? How even? No. These people, well, my thought of this system, the American system, is they are taught a lot of things. Like they go in depth more than ours. Ours is just wanaguzia tu juju, but for their system it goes in depth. Because I remember when her and I, we just have a difference of I think 2 years, and her history when we were in primary, the history she was studying, when you saw her history textbook, I was like, what? You guys are learning about this in primary, and we were in primary. So I think theirs is more advanced, to be honest. Let me know on the comment sections. I don't want to judge too soon. Let's actually wait for her side of the video. It will probably be up before mine, so be sure to go check her channel out. So let's see the answers to the problems that this may cause. It may cause heart attack, angina. I don't even know if that is how it is pronounced. I've never heard of that word ever in my life. Then there's AW. I don't know what AW stands for. There's breathlessness, less ability, AW again, of heart to contract or pump, less blood to body or tissues or organs or any named, less oxygen, less glucose to body or tissues or organs, anaerobic respiration, less aerobic respiration, lactic acid. There's a lot to it. So these are problems caused in the circulatory system due to bacteria from the teeth, or rather bleeding gums or dental decay. I've never studied that ever. So question 2, that entire part was just question 1. So question 2, the diagram shows the arrangement of major blood vessels in the human circulatory system. Arrows show the direction that blood moves in each vessel. Okay, that is how the diagram looks like. Head and arms, lungs. This is at least relatable. So part A, 7 of the blood vessels have been labeled on the diagram using the letters A to J. Complete the table by writing one letter A to J for each name or description of a blood vessel. The first row has been completed for you. The aorta, oh, that one is done. And then there's carries blood containing the lowest concentration of urea. So for this one, you're supposed to place the organ according to the function explained over there, or rather labeled over there. And then part B, explain why the movement of blood through the circulatory system of a human is described as a double circulation. These ones we studied. I don't think I'm going to go on with the answers. Let's just see what we studied and what we did not, what these guys have studied ahead of us. So for this one we actually did that one. The diagram, so this is question 3. The diagram shows the elm tree. I don't know this tree. Elm trees may be infected by a fungus that causes a disease. State 2 characteristics of a fungus. Characteristics. I think we did characteristics of a fungus, but I can't remember. But we studied fungus in school. Yeah. That one we did. Let's see. I really would love to remind myself this. There's hyphae and mycelium. Yeah, we definitely did that one. Yeah. The next part B of question 2, the fungus moves through an infected tree inside the xylem vessels. The tree responds to stop the movement of the fungus by producing substances that block the xylem vessels. This causes the leaves of the tree to wilt and to become yellow. Explain how the response of the tree to infection leads to these symptoms of disease. I want to say that we did something like this, but not with the elm tree. Probably with other plants. Yeah. So this question we might have studied it. No water transport. Yeah. For this one, we did this one in school. But in high school, this is a topic taught in high school. For the dental formula, that one is for primary. We never did any dental formula in high school. Not that I can remember, to be honest. An insect called the elm bark beetle is the vector of this disease. Describe what is meant by the term vector. The only vector I remember, guys, is for mathematics. Vectors. I don't know any vector. And then someone named vector. That is the only vector I can relate to. But we didn't do this. Part B, elm trees can produce when the roots from one parent tree spread out near the surface of the soil. This is shown in the diagram below. Name the type of reproduction shown in the diagram. We definitely did types of reproductions. Yeah. Let me relate with the answer. Asexual, yes. We did this. My cousin is calling me. I'm so sorry for that, guys. She's done with her part of the paper, so I'm the one slacking. That is what I want to finish on. So name the type of reproduction. That was asexual. Suggest why this type of reproduction makes it difficult to control the spread of the disease caused by the fungus. That is very unrelatable, but the answer to that is close together, connected, genetically identical. We didn't do that one. For that part of the question, we didn't go through that anywhere in school. My recording even stopped. But to be honest, guys, we didn't study most of the things these guys have studied. I think their system is very, very much more advanced. For ours, what were we even studying, honestly? Because when you guys see the next question, I want to start this screen recording before I start talking. And then I didn't want this video to be so long, because I want it to be so straight to the point. No. For real, guys, tell me if you have been through the 844 system. Niambie tu, did you ever learn CPR in school? If it's not the club, for the medical clubs, like, what was it called? These ones that wear black. St. John's, exactly. If you're not in St. John's, or yeah, it was just St. John's, right? Yes, that is where people learned CPR if you joined that club. And I think some schools, they normally paid. Yeah, I remember in our primary school, people paid to be in St. John's. Or was it for the uniform? I remember the uniform was quite expensive. I don't know. But I think there are some schools that pay for the club. So CPR, cardiopulmonary resuscitation, is a first aid procedure. Air is forced into a patient's lungs. I'm not even going to talk much about this because honestly we didn't learn this. Air is forced into a patient's lungs by another person. The heart is made to pump blood by repeated compression of the patient's chest over the heart. A person performing CPR on a patient is shown in the diagrams. Air forced into the lungs and repeated compression of the chest. There are two diagrams, as you can see. State what will be seen to happen to the patient's chest when air is forced into the lungs. Name, so that is Roman 1. Roman 2, name in the correct order the tubes through which air will travel from the patient's mouth to the alveoli of the lungs. Roman 3, the air forced into the patient's lungs has different concentrations of gases compared to the air the patient will normally breathe in. State 2 differences in the concentration of gases. I can't even do that. If a gun was held up on my head and I was told to answer that question, I would have probably been shot even before uttering the first letter. Because what? Explain how each action of the CPR procedure will benefit the patient. Air forced into the patient's lungs. And I can, oh, okay, here the marks. Total 9 marks. This is 9 marks. Repeated compression of the patient's chest. Those are 9 marks. I will have failed all of them. Gosh, and the other one, how many marks was it? 13 marks. The one for the tree. Okay. For the first one, it was 13 marks for the dental formula questions rather. But honestly, these questions, like not even just in primary, even in high school, we weren't taught about CPR. Never. So question 5, the diagram shows villi in the small intestines. At least we did the small intestines in primary and high school. Outline the processes by which named molecules are absorbed from the contents of the small intestine. Yeah, this question we did. That one is in our syllabus. So question 6, answer both questions in this section. Write your answers in the spaces provided. The diagram shows the human life cycle. Look at the diagram, guys. Just look at that diagram. It's very well drawn. The components of the diagram are not drawn to the same scale. The diagram shows cells L, M, and N, the types of cell division, K and O. This one we did. Yeah, just that diagram. It's very much advanced. It looks so nice. Outline differences between the nucleus of cell M and the nucleus of cell N. So let's see the name of those nucleuses so that we see, did we actually do this paper? Did we actually do this topic? A human life cycle. That is number 6. chromosomes deploy. Yeah, those answers look familiar. So we studied this one is in our syllabus. Outline the differences. Okay. Name and compare the types of cell division. Let's go to the next question, since that one I can relate to. The diagram shows structures involved in a reflex action that results in removal of a person's hand from a sharp object. I remember we were being taught of being pierced in the foot. Is that correct English? Like below your foot, you understand, like the pair. But this one is for the hand, so I don't know if it's the same thing. For a minute when I read that question, I was like, your hand being removed, literally. And I was like, what? But the diagram shows structures involved in a reflex action. So this is the reflex action. Name the state of the function of structure P. Structure P. Meiosis and mitosis. Is that 6C though? Oh, this is question 7. Sensory afferent neuron. I remember there's something about neuron and receptor. Yes. Sorry. We definitely did this. Yeah. So question 7 is also in our syllabus. Describe the location of structure Q. The nervous system. Oh, the nervous system. This one is in high school. Yeah, the nervous system is in high school. So we did that question. Someone in this level in our system can definitely do that one comfortably, as a matter of fact. So section C, you're not doing all the questions. You choose one. Write your answers in the spaces provided. State the functions of the human liver and explain the importance. That one we definitely did it in our curriculum. And the final question, describe the large-scale production of a named antibiotic and explain the importance of each stage of the process. When you go to the answers of question 9, I'll put the screen recording so that you guys can see everything that I'm doing. So for question 9 is fungus, bacteria. For me, I wouldn't have gotten that one, honestly. And you know how exams, they bring tricky questions that just divert your mind and confuse your mind on what you're doing. I feel like that is how question 9 is. Because what is, describe the large-scale production of a named antibiotic and explain the importance. What is that question? It's very confusing. No. That part of the question is actually very confusing. Anyway, guys, that is the end of this paper. So they are not doing all the questions, because for section C, you can see they've been told to choose one, and each question has 10 marks. Yeah, it's 50-50. It's like we've done 50% of this paper, and the other 50, it's nowhere in our syllabus. I think it's actually advanced to the uni level, because we don't do like CPR. We've not done that. The elm tree, I can relate that question to other plants we've studied. Yeah, but the elm tree, did we do the elm? We might have, we actually might have. We might have, yeah. But that question we did, just that we didn't do it with the elm tree. So let me know on the comment section what you guys think. If you did the 844 system like I did, let me know if this paper is very easy, or maybe we actually did everything and it's me who can't remember, because I have this selective short-term memory loss. And that's all for it, guys. That's all for it. If you did the IGCSE, please go to my cousin's channel page. I'm going to link it, rather I'm going to mention her down below. So I'll even link her channel, that exact video. So make sure you go check it out. Comment down below on her video and let us know if you guys will go through that way. I'm sure people from that system can do our papers very, very easily. But for us, no. You know, when you read the first question and it's hard, so you go to the second one and it's hard, probably that will have been me. But for the first one, the dental formula part, it's quite easy to go through. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you would love to see us collaborate on other things, let us know and we'll do that for you. So head on to her channel, check out the video, leave comments over there as well. I hope you enjoyed this one. I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye bye.